Welcome back to the Heads Up Show. I'm Steve, and today it's all about the Fantasy Football Expo. Do you know what that is? If you don't worry, I'm going to educate you. And if you're into football, especially into fantasy football, you really need to know about the Fantasy Football Expo. So in this video, we're going to put together a helmet for Bob. Big shout out Bob at the Expo, and we're going to talk all about what that actually is, how you can attend or log on to see it in August in Canton, Ohio, while we build this incredible Browns-inspired Expo helmet. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. Thank you for finding us. If you haven't figured out by now, we love helmets. So we started with a Browns Authentic Speed helmet, and we stripped the front and rear bumper decals off, and we're building on that frame because each year the Fantasy Expo basically takes a team from the NFL and uses their color schemes and their aesthetics as their designs, and this year just happens to be the Browns. So this helmet and helmets just like this can be used on your YouTube set for your podcasts. They can be used as trophies for fantasy league winners, social media content, and whatever else you can think of. If you're looking for your very own helmet, be sure to check out the custom helmet page at greengridiron.com. So Bob is the head of the Fantasy Football Expo and podcast host of Big Guy Fantasy Sports. The Fantasy Football Expo is Bob's passion and is brought together by his direction and help of his community. The Fantasy Football Expo is the biggest fantasy football event in the US, and it's held in Canton, Ohio, right in the neighborhood of the Football Hall of Fame. The weekend is filled with parties, fantasy drafts, sports betting, networking, and more. There are going to be guest speakers that are fantasy football pros, and they provide expert insight and tips with information you can't get anywhere else. Bob hosted me on his show. You should really go check out the Fantasy Football Expo's website. He's doing a series of interviews and videos with some of the top people that will be in attendance this year. And I had the pleasure of being interviewed by Bob. It was pretty fun. We will try to put the link to that interview in this video description. So if you're watching this and you want to see more, please go check it out because we get a lot more detailed into the actual expo and a lot more detail about what we do at Green Gridiron. Is how it's done, my friends. A Cleveland Browns inspired Riddell Speed authentic helmet. Bob and all the folks at the Fantasy Football Expo, this is your special project, but it's going on my head first. Damn, it's been a while since I put a speed on my head. We've been doing so many speed flexes. I forget that, these authentic collectible helmets are all size large. This thing is perfect fit for me. I feel like I can go out and play a game. And anyway, thank you so much for watching this. Do you approve of what I've done to this helmet? And please remember to check out the Fantasy Football Expo. If you are into football, especially into fantasy football, you've got to get in the now. We will be there as the main Saturday party sponsor. So if you want to come by Canton, Ohio to the expo and visit little old me and my team, we'd love to see you. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Cheers.